Once again, we'll begin with a few questions from our media. David, your line is now live.
Hi, Corey. First of all, thank you for taking the time to answer my question. You and Ryan have similar records. You're both good finishers. What sets you out different from other opponents that you think can make you beat Ryan?
What sets me different from not just Ryan, but all the opponents in 205 worldwide? It's just the pace. You ask any coach that worked with me, you can ask Ryan's coaches when we went out and worked together. It's just you don't find a 205er that has the pace that I have, that somebody can keep going nonstop. The biggest thing I feel that I bring that most 205ers won't and will not is combos. A lot of 205ers and heavyweights are known for one-punch power. They throw one big shot, and it might land hard, but if it don't finish me, they don't follow up. As for me, I'm a volume puncher. I'm throwing punches in bunches, 3 or 4 at a time. I don't throw one single punch at a time.
Yeah, they're strong. I've seen that. I've watched a lot of your fights. Good luck on Saturday. Good luck, and thanks for answering the question, buddy.
Thank you.
Emiliano?
Yeah, thanks again, Corey, for doing this for us, man. We appreciate that. Just want to ask, you're fighting Ryan. I know you said he's one of the easiest fights in the division, but you're in his home turf. He's an Arizona State native. What's it like? Do you enjoy being the bad guy, the villain in the area?
First of all, I've never said he was one of the easiest fights in the division. I think you're quoting what DC said and other people. But what I feel like coming here, being a villain in the hometown, I'm just excited. I love it because I've said it a million times before, I just don't feel I'm ever a crowd favorite. I'm never a fan favorite. My style isn't that exciting, but you're going to feel my wrath. Even if I lose, when the fights are over, I've had the guys I've lost to come and say, bro, I would never want to fight you again. It's just your pace, the combos, what you do is just tough to deal with. And my favorite part is just you coming in, everybody's going to boo me, and then when it's all over, said and done, it goes from boos to to everybody's face drop. And at the end, I just got my hand raised. That's the most exciting thing for me. Just looking at the crowd and just everybody got the same long face, and I'm just smiling.
Yeah, well, you had your hand raised a couple times the last 2 bouts. You're 2-0 in the last 2 fights. Ground and pound, everything like that. Is that kind of the game plan going in? Or is there other things you're taking away from your training?
I mean, I'm training everything. I'm a complete mixed martial artist. Now, if the opportunity come where I get him down, the ground and pound is coming because that's what I'm good at. That's what I'm great at. I'm great at wrestling. I'm great at ground and pound. But I'm good at everything as a mixed martial artist. So we take what he gives. If his movement shows me he wants to strike, is going to give me opportunity to strike, I'm going to strike. His movement giving the opportunity to get a takedown, I'm going to get a takedown. If he shoots on me and I counterattack with the re-attack and get him down, there's going to be ground and pound, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is. The point of mixed martial arts is to be a mixed martial artist. If you go out there with one thing, I'm just a striker, I'm going to knock this guy out every time. Well, I know right now I'm just going to go out there and take you down, and it's over. But if I go out there and have many different options, it's going to be hard for you to stop it all.
Yeah. Thank you, Corey.
Mills?
Hey, how's it going, Corey Anderson? This is MMA Locker Room, part of Pub Sports Radio. Overtime Anderson, you the man. Let's just go ahead and give you your props right now, man. I'm loving everything you're doing with Bellator. I just want to ask you a question, though. How does your hunting lifestyle transfer over to you fighting in the cage? How does that help you in there?
The hunting lifestyle, a lot of people, they don't understand. A lot of people think I'm just out there in the woods. I'm just hunting out there, killing things. But for me, hunting is actually my therapy. Most people need to see a therapist. Some people like to smoke weed. Some people like to do skydiving, adrenaline, different stuff to keep their mind away from fighting, to make things simpler. And as for me, hunting that's my zen. It all started after I got knocked out by OSP, and I was just so eager to get back into the gym and learn again. And my coach was like, no, you're not allowed back in the gym until next year. Don't come back until January. Go find something to take your mind off of fighting and training to just make you just forget about what happened and then come back a new person. And I've always hunted, but at the time it was hunting season, so I just went to the woods, I sat in a tree. I didn't see anything that first day, but in that time I was there, it was just like with the fresh air and the animals and everything, I just forgot about what happened Saturday night. And I just went every day. I hunted every day until I can go back into the gym. And I came back to the gym, like coaches said, a new person without any of that trauma that happened that Saturday night when I got knocked out, not thinking about the last training camp, not thinking about the last training session. My mind was free. So now I've come to a point where going to the woods, hunting, scouting, walking my dog in the woods, taking my son in the woods, whatever it is, that's my zen. I can have a horrible practice and I have my bow in the backseat of my truck. I pull up at home, pop the truck, fling 4 or 5 arrows, and as I'm watching those arrows go, I'm trying to critique myself, and that fast I forgot the thing I did wrong in practice. And that's the whole point of hunting for me. It's not just the harvest, it's not sitting in the woods, it's the fact it clears my mind from everything else that clouds my memory.
Thank you, Overtime. Can't wait to see you this Saturday.
Thank you.
Max, go ahead.
How you doing, Corey? This is Max going from the Going Live podcast. Thanks so much for taking the time. I just have 2 questions for you. First of all, it's your 3rd fight in Bellator, your 2nd in this Grand Prix. Would you just give us your thoughts on the Grand Prix style that Bellator is providing?
I mean, first of all, for me coming as a wrestler, you love a tournament style, period. You know, I tell it to everybody. Man, how do you feel about it? I love it. You know, takes me back to high school, middle school, college. Every weekend we would travel for a tournament. First thing you do, you go in, you make weight. And then you run to the gymnasium or lunchroom, whatever the brackets was, to see the brackets, to see who you have and who's matched up throughout the tournament. And you go all the way down the bracket. Well, if I beat this guy, I got this guy, so I know who I got to watch. And as for that aspect, also coming from the Ultimate Fighter, where it was another tournament style, there's no questions of what's next. There's no mystery. You don't have to go home after a fight and like, okay, I wonder who they're going to have me fight next. Or I wonder what my next fight is going to be. As for COVID right now, that kind of messed up our time dates, but knowing who your next opponent is and what you need to do to get to the next spot, who you need to beat, what you need to work on, what he's good at, it's like all those questions and mysteries are gone because you don't have to wait to get a contract. You already know who's in line.
That makes a lot of sense. I appreciate that honesty. And then real quick, just to wrap it up, you've been obviously very open about the pay difference at the Bellator level and the UFC level. Has the pay increase eliminated that need to go for a fight night bonus and just kind of fight your fight instead?
I mean, I never really had the need to go for a fight night bonus. You know, I always go out. Since I started, I've always said my style is just to go out there and dominate. And if I go out there and dominate and it's exciting enough to get the bonus when I was in the UFC, so do it, or so be it. I got 2 bonuses there. It is what it is. But the pay here, what it makes easy for me is to make me feel it's worth it. Like my father, I told my father the contract we got when I was leaving the UFC and I signed here. He was like, well, now you definitely got the money to go out there and earn it. So make sure you go to the gym and you earn every penny. Every day you go to the gym and you remember you getting this money, you got to earn it. And just like he said, it made so much sense. Now it's like the work, I have to really, really work. I've always worked hard, but now it's like I can't slack. I can't take a day off. I can't miss this session. I can't skip one live roll. I can't skip one sparring round because this money is worth it. And I'm not going to leave any of this money on the table for my family to eat.
I really appreciate the honesty, Corey. Thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Dylan?
Hey there, Corey. I appreciate the time here. I was just curious because earlier on in the scrum, you'd kind of made a bit of a comment saying like maybe certain people don't find your style exciting. One person that seems to get quite elated by that is Dooney. And I'm kind of curious. It seems like that's been a relationship for 8 years now there. I saw the video of him cheering on your Instagram about the ground and pound in the last fight. Can you provide some insights into that relationship there? Because it seems cool.
Yeah, Dooney, that's my big brother, man. He's 6 years older than me. Our birthdays are 2 days apart. Since we were kids, I mean, that's been my ace. Like, he got kids now, but he say, other than his kids, I'm his heart. You know, it's been that way since he was kids. He left home at 17. He used to come back and pick me up. I was 12 years old, riding around my brother. He going to his friend's crib, you know, they playing cards, whatever they doing, but he had his Dooney with him. I was his boy, his little bro. That was it. Nobody can do anything around me. You don't smoke. You don't drink around my brother. You respect my brother. That's my little Dooney right there. Respect him. And it's been that relationship our whole life. Even now, he just turned 38. I turned 32. We don't talk as much as we used to because we both got families, but we still talk. And when we talk, it's the same relationship. He's coming to this fight. I'm glad he can finally come back because I love to have my Dooney in the crowd. I love having all my family there, but my brother, that's it. That's my heart. When I do this in the cage, that's my brother. He know what that means. That's something we got. That's my Dooney.
Thanks so much for the insights, man. That's awesome.
All right, 1 or 2 more here. Ben?
Hey, Corey. So fatherhood's a big theme for you that's developed in rapid ways over the last couple of years. What does it mean to be a dad in mixed martial arts, and how has that impacted your career overall?
Being a father in this sport, I mean, it's a big thing, especially for me. You know, I come from a very family-oriented family. Like, we were never the most happy and happy-go-lucky Christmas-looking family from Disney, but my family was always close. And for me to have my own family now, it's amazing. You know, kids just change you all around. You hear it all the time. Once your kids are born, you're a new person. You know, me and my wife talked about, we didn't have that emotion when the babies were born. We wanted to cry, but we both could see it in each other's eyes. Like, life is different now. When I got married, that's the first time I realized, like, okay, I got married. Things are different. I'm not thinking about me anymore. I'm thinking about us. Now when I had my first son, it was like, oh, I'm not thinking about us. I'm thinking about all of us. Now I got 2 kids, and it's different. So every move I make has to be a smart move for my family, and that goes as for my career. With the way I fight, I can't go out there and just fight reckless anymore, because before it was just me. You know, I didn't care if I get knocked out, I get hurt, whatever. I heal up, come back, do it again. Now I have a family. My wife used to fight, so she knows what goes into this business. She's seen me get knocked out. She don't want to see that anymore. I got kids now. My son is to the age now he knows when daddy comes home with a scratch or ice pack, oh, daddy got a boo-boo. I always told my wife, I don't want my son to see me like that. So with that, when I go into fight camp, now everything I do is strategically smart. It's like they say, risk worth reward. I'm not going to take the risk if it's not going to reward me anything. So when I'm fighting now, when I'm training now, when I'm thinking now, when I'm scouting now, when I'm studying film, everything I do, I got my kids and my family in mind. It's because I want to figure out, how can I capitalize on his mistakes? How can I do what I do great to the best of my ability without taking any damage or any injuries, where I can come home to my family every time, and my kids can see me the same way I left home, Daddy comes home the same way on Monday.
All right, last one here, Luis.
Hi, Corey.
How you doing?
I have 2 quick questions. You're gonna face the former Bellator champion in the Grand Prix semifinals. Is this the most important fight in your career?
I mean, the moment or the fight in front of me at the moment is always going to be my most important fight in my career. You know, it could be an unranked guy, but that's the most important fight in my career, because the next fight isn't promised. I have to focus on what's in front of me now and handle that, and that's going to dictate what's going to happen for the future of Corey Anderson. As for the last time I lost, I was thinking about the future instead of the guy in front of me, and we all seen what happened. I went out there and got knocked out in the first round. Now, if I just focus on what's in front of me, every fight in front of me is the biggest, most important moment, most important fight in my life. Just like this right now. I say it all the time. Me having this interview, this is the biggest, most important moment in my life right now, because things I say and do, it can impact my future. And you never know. After this, the next moment isn't promised. So I always focus on the present.
Thank you. And knowing you can get the win this Saturday, do you prefer face Vadim or Julius in the finals?
I'd rather face whoever's the winner. Whoever's the winner means that was the best person in that matchup. So I want to face the best guys in this division, best guys in the world. And whoever wins, that's the best one.
All right, Corey, thank you so much for the time. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.